would you think if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? Lend me your ears and I'll sing you a song, and I'll try not to sing out of key. Oh, I get by with a little help from my friends. Get high with a little help from my friends. Gonna try with a little help from my friend. What do I do when my love is away? Does it worry you to be alone? How do I feel at the end of the day? Are you sad because you're on your own? No, I get by with a little help from my friends. Get high with a little help from my friends. I'm gonna try with a little help from my friends. Do you need anybody? I need somebody to love. Could it be anybody? I want somebody to love. Would you believe in a love at first sight? Yes, I'm certain that it happens all the time. What do you see when you turn out the light? I can't tell you, but I know it's mine. Oh, I get by with a little help from my friends. Get high with a little help from my friends. Gonna try with a little help from my friends. Do you need anybody? I need somebody to love. Could it be anybody? I want somebody to love. Get by with a little help from my friends. I'm gonna try with a little help from my friends. Yes, I'm really high with a little help from my friends. Yes, I get by with a little help from my friends, with a little help from my friends. All right, you know what that song is, right? With a little help from my friends, from the Beatles' famous Sgt. Pepper's album from 1967. And I played that song straight off the chord charts of the Morristown Uke Jam. So check out that video link, download the free ukulele song sheet, and you can play with a little help from my friends, maybe with a little help from your friends. And if you're going to be anywhere near Morristown, New Jersey, on the first Wednesday of any month, come on out to the Morristown Uke Jam. We have a great time there, and I know you will too. All right, so that was with a little help from my friends. Now that I've played it through, what I'm going to do now is go through the chords that are involved in this song. And then after we go through the chords, there's a couple different strum patterns that I use. It's fairly consistent, but there's a little change that I make when I get to the chorus, and I'll explain why when we get there. And there's also a couple little riffs and things that I did that I'll show you for those of you who are interested in adding little frills to the ukulele arrangement here. All right, so let's start with the chords. First chord appears in that Billy Shears intro. It's a B flat. 3, 2, 1, 1. And this index finger, of course, is covering two strings there. 3, 2, 1, 1. The second chord in that introduction is a C. 0, 0, 0, 3. And the third one is a D. 2, 2, 2, 0. The next chord appears in this song is an A. 2, 1, 0, 0. After that, an E minor 7th. Pretty easy chord also. 0, 2, 0, 2. I happen to use my middle finger on the 3rd string and my ring finger on the 1st string. But if you prefer that, that works. Anything. Just get that 0, 1, 0, 1. That's an E minor 7th. In A 7th, we already talked about A here. Now, in A 7th is, if this is an A, we already talked about 2, 1, 0, 0. In A 7th, you just get by lifting off this finger. So instead of 2, 1, 0, 0, it's 0, 1, 0, 0. One finger chord. That's an A 7th. When you get to the bridge in this song, do you need anybody? The first song is a B minor 7th. And that is just 2, 2, 2, 2. All 4 strings fretted on the 2nd fret. You can do it with one finger. I use my index finger to just grab all 4 of those strings. That's a B minor 7th. A G appears in this song. 0, 2, 3, 2. 0, 2, 3, 2. There's a G. And an E appears in this song. 4, 4, 4, 2. So I put my middle ring and pinkies on these, and then index finger on the 2nd. So it's 4, 4, 4. And then that last top string is a 2. That is an E. Okay. So that's the chords that appear, and with a little help from my friends. Now let's talk about a couple of the strum patterns. First, let's talk about that introduction. The Billy Shears, you know, if you know the album, as most of you probably do, this song comes out of the Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Heart Club Band opening song, and it ends with So the way I did those first couple chords, it's pretty rapid. Watch that. Just alternating down, up. Then when it hits that 3rd chord, the D, what I did to mimic what goes on with the guitar in the beginning of the song, I did this. First, watch this hand. It was a D chord, an A chord, and almost a G chord, except I don't put this finger here. I leave that string open, which I guess sort of makes it a G 9th. Back to the A. And here's what my right hand is doing. Fourth string, 3rd string, 2nd string, 1st string, back to the 2nd. See if I can get both hands in the picture here. So that leads into the main part of the song. So let's just do that whole introduction again. part of the song starts, what would you think if I sang out of tune? If you notice, I'm doing all rather sharp downstrokes, because that's what on the recorded version of the song, there's a single electric guitar doing that style. It's like, it's not, it's, what would you think if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? Pretty sharp. That's just the beat. That's the rhythm in that verse. So that's how I did it, just with a bunch of sharp. Again, that's to mimic the feel that you hear on the recorded version. Now, when I get to the chorus, I change it a little bit. Let me sing the last half of the first verse and then get into the chorus, and I'll show you how, based on what happens instrumentally in the Beatles version, I soften things up. So listen to this. Lend me your ears and I'll sing you a song, and I'll try not to sing out of key. Oh, I get by with a little help from my friends. See how all of a sudden it's... Now I'm softening it up. They're not so sharp, and I'm doing some downstrokes and upstrokes. Watch again. By with a little help from my friends. So I soften it up to reflect how different instruments come in during a chorus, and it loses that real sharp kind of feel to it that you have in the verse. So that's a bit of a change in how I strummed the chorus versus the verse. Now, the bridge. Do you need anybody? I need some. Do you need anybody? I need somebody to love. I went back to the sharp downstrokes only kind of feel, again, to mimic just the way the song feels on the album. So again, essentially there's two different strum patterns that I used in this song. One that I used in the verses and the bridge, and the other in the softer one that I used in the chorus. Okay. Aside from the strum patterns, there's a couple little frills that I threw in. This first one I'm going to show you, it's right on the chord sheet of the Morristown Uke Jam. It's at the end of the first verse. I'm sorry, at the first chorus. High with a little help from my friends. I'm gonna try with a little help from my friends. Here's what George Harrison does at the end on the guitar, of course. Let me show you what it. First, this hand. This hand starts with 6th fret of the 3rd string and 5th fret of the 2nd string. And then I slide that down to the 3rd fret and 2nd fret. So it goes. The 3rd note here is I just put my index finger down and touch these two, 2nd string and 3rd string. The 4th note is this note. That's why I use the low G uke on this. I like this bass note. So the 4th combination of notes is this note here and the open 2nd string. And then the fifth and last note is first fret, third string, and the open second string. So watch the whole thing again real slowly. And again, I'm just using my couple, like taking 2 fingers to go. Watch it one more time here. Watch this hand first. Matter of fact, I only pluck it once. If you pluck it and just slide it down, you get two notes for the price of one. So again, that just mimics what George Harrison does at the end of that verse. It only happens once at the. So if you like to add that, and then there's a little bit of percussion pause before you go to and then the second verse. What do I do when my love? And so again, that little frill only happens once here. Something else I did at the in the middle of the first couple verses, and I just decided to add this late. It's not even in the on the chord sheets, but if you're interested, I'll show you what I did. Here's the first verse. What would you think if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? What I did, just to mimic some of the instrumentation that goes on with the Beatles. It's very simple. Watch. Would you stand and walk out on me? I hit this string once, the first string, and go. Hit it open, hammer on, and then pull off. It's called a hammer on and a pull off. Watch. Hit the string once, get 3 notes. So you don't have to do this. You just go. Next note is second string, second fret, open second string, second fret, third string. What do you think when I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? Just a little frill. Obviously, totally optional here. If you just like to add those kind of little things that you hear in the recorded version, that's just one to throw in there. So anyway, that's it with a little help from my friends. So I hope you have a great time playing it.